How much does it cost to furnish an apartment in Dubai? I got my apartment last week. I furnished it this weekend. I'm taking you with me to show you everything I bought, where I bought it, and especially how much it cost me. For those who don't know me, my name is Agathe. I've lived in Dubai since 2013 and I've been investing for about 10 years. I founded l'Agence Dubai to support European investors in their real estate investment journey in Dubai. Do you want to know how much it costs to fully furnish a one-bedroom in Dubai? Stay until the end because I'm going to show you everything. So we're in the elevator. The apartment is in a building called Myrtle. It's right in the center of City Walk in the subdivision called Central Park, which is currently being handed over. It's on the 7th floor, a corner unit, and you'll see it's pretty nice. All right, we're at the apartment. Follow me. To give you a bit of context, this apartment is a one-bedroom in a residence developed by Meras. Meras is a government developer also behind City Walk, Blue Waters, Port de la Mer, and the Bulgari Al Jumeirah complex. The thing about this developer, at least regarding furnishing, is that like many government developers, they don't provide appliances at all. So I'll go into detail on the cost, but in reality, that's what ends up being the most expensive. Since in most projects, all the appliances are already included. This will be a cost you'll need to subtract from what it could potentially cost you to furnish a one-bedroom. I bought this apartment in June 2023 and I received it in November 2025. So I bought it 2.5 years before handover and the purchase price was 1,650,000 dirhams. That's about 400,000 euros. Before showing you everything in detail, I'll give you a quick tour of the apartment and some info. So as you can see, it's a one-bedroom apartment, so there's one bedroom and a living area. It's what's called a corner unit. We talk about it often, but here you can see what it's really like, meaning it's an apartment at the very end of the floor, so you have a corner that's all glass. So let me show you. On this side, we have the sea view. It's really nice. What's in the immediate vicinity here is Crest Lane. It's another Meras project centered around water. There are going to be quite a few lagoons and so on. Luckily, my view should normally stay because the buildings are slightly offset, so I'll keep this view. On this side, we can see that we have a view of the skyline. So once again, it's always important. I always say when choosing an apartment, it's to get the unit with the best view. We're right in the center of Dubai, in the city center, so naturally there will be buildings everywhere. But looking at this view, I'll keep it because right here we have the amenities of the building next door. So this part will stay open. This will stay open as well. And this second building is set back from us. What you see there are the balconies. So when we're here, we'll actually keep the view. That'll be Maritime City, what you see in the distance. And there we have the Four Seasons Bulgari right across and the sea right there. And another great thing, this apartment isn't the main topic. We'll get to the furniture soon, don't worry. But what I learned recently is that there's going to be the Gold Line. So it's the new metro line coming in 2032, connecting Maritime City, passing through Jumeirah Garden City, City Walk, and then heading towards Business Bay. The metro station will be right there at that intersection. So future tenants will just head down. Well, it's in 6 years, so not exactly tomorrow. They'll go down and can take the metro directly to Business Bay. We'll be only 2 stations away. All right, now let's head into the bedroom. Sorry about the dust. We moved in yesterday and left the window open. Since there's construction nearby, it lets in a lot of dust. So here we are in the bedroom. So similarly, I'd say it's a pretty standard size. We have built-in closets and we also have a sea view from the room. However, there's no balcony on this side. You can open the window, but you can't go out. And there you go. I think the size is quite normal. You could even add a small bench here if you like, or a dresser for extra storage. I didn't do it, but if tenants want to, there's enough space. Next, well, it's quick. It's a one-bedroom. So besides these 2 rooms, we have the laundry room. That's the room where we put the washing machine. What you could do, what I could have done, is add a shelf here for more storage because there isn't much in a one-bedroom. It's always nice. And here we have the bathroom with a sink, toilet, and a walk-in shower. So we'll start with the kitchen. Regarding appliances, as I mentioned earlier, nothing was provided here. So I had to buy a fridge, a dishwasher, a microwave, and an oven with the stovetop. I also bought a washing machine, which is over there. I'll show it to you. In Dubai, there are always dedicated rooms for appliances. I bought everything from the same brand. The brand is Electrolux because I think it looks classier when all the appliances in an apartment or house are the same brand. It gives a sort of uniform look that I find quite nice. And especially with an open kitchen, even if it's functional, a fridge isn't there to be pretty, but it's always nicer to have everything in stainless steel, for example, rather than white. You know, things that don't match when the kitchen is open, it needs to be somewhat aesthetic. So I bought all the appliances on Amazon. That was also for practical reasons, so everything would be delivered all at once on the same day. And it cost me 6,000 dirhams. In this apartment, I didn't choose the kitchen color. It's really the signature style of Central Park. So just to give a bit more context, it's actually a subdivision of City Walk centered around a huge park. And the theme of this development is really greenery, nature, and so on. So their signature is that in every kitchen in the whole complex, they're green. The bathroom too, I'll show you later, it's green. So green is really a dominant color. And I decided to use this very identity, actually, this DNA of the residence and base everything on this concept. So since it's an apartment this is the living area. Actually, this is the only living area. You need a space to eat. And I thought it was interesting to define the space with a kitchen island. So it's something I had custom made. That's why I chose it in green marble as well. The big advantage of this island is that it both defines the kitchen space. It adds a countertop because there isn't much in the kitchen to begin with. It creates a dining space because I put stools on the other side, so it serves as a dining table. And also it adds storage on the kitchen side. Same for the dishes, I got everything in green tones. It doesn't cost more, but it's good to have consistency, even if you want to take photos for Airbnb or listings. I'm showing a bit of the staging too. Some people do that, they set a table for photos and so on. And the fact that everything is the same color adds a more uniform and nicer feel. So this kitchen island, I had it custom made by a marble craftsman in Dubai. I chose everything. I chose the cabinet color, the sizes, the marble color here, and the support color there. I chose the height and so on. That's what's great because you can adapt your kitchen unit to the size of the apartment and the kitchen. This cost me 2,200 dirhams. The stools, I bought them at Dragon Mart and paid 125 dirhams each. So both make 250 dirhams. There, we're done with the kitchen. Now we're moving to the living room area. So I'll start with the coffee tables. They're coffee tables I bought at Dragon Mart. I'm checking because I have my list here with all my prices. I bought it for 500 dirhams. The sofa right there, I bought it at Pan Homes for 999 dirhams, let's say 1,000 dirhams. The rug, I bought it at Home Center, and since it's quite big, I think I got the largest size and paid 700 dirhams, but it comes in smaller sizes for around 400 dirhams. So that's a matter of taste. I really wanted the sofa to go on it because I think it looks classier and also defines the space. This artificial plant, I bought it at Dragon Mart for 200 dirhams. All the decor items like this little bowl, the fake books, the small vase, and also over there, the small decor items on each side of the TV. I bought all that at Dragon Mart. This, for example, is nothing, but it allows you to put the two cushions on one side and put this in that corner. And it adds a bit more of a design feel, even if it's not much. I bought it for 40 dirhams. And these decor items, the books, these two little things, and the small statue, in total, it cost me 200 dirhams. This is a small ottoman too. Since the space isn't very big, I didn't want to add an extra armchair. I think it would have taken up too much space. This has the advantage of providing extra seating and also filling up this space a bit. I had it custom made once again at Dragon Mart. So it's cool because I got it in 24 hours and I could choose the shape, I could choose the fabric. And that it's true that it's great in Dubai, we have that flexibility. It cost me nothing extra. I paid 180 dirhams for it, so that's about 40 euros. Now let's move on to the TV area. The TV stand, I paid 500 dirhams for it, also at Pen Homes, on sale. Actually, when furnishing an apartment, when it's not for yourself, what's important is to choose something that appeals to most people. So I didn't go for any crazy designs, I went with something very classic. And there you go, so I got it cheap. I took advantage of it because there was a sale. The TV, I paid 2,000 dirhams for it because that's generally important when doing Airbnb or even when renting residentially. Nowadays, electronics don't cost very much anymore. So it's important to put in something of fairly good quality. So it's a Samsung and I paid 2,000 dirhams for it. I forgot to tell you about the lamp. There too, I didn't want to make life complicated. So I just bought a lampshade because I didn't want to redo all the wiring. This is the original thing. And I bought it at Dragon Mart, 125 dirhams. I bought the exact same one that I also put in the bedroom. Here, the goal is also to buy something neutral that doesn't take up too much space because the living area isn't huge either. Now we're going to move on to the bathroom. The bathroom, I really didn't do anything at all because everything was already original. There are already mirrors, towel racks, and there's a little niche in the shower too for shampoo, shower gel, and so on. So we don't really need to add anything at all. I'll let you take a look. For me, I could have added a little toothbrush glass, a small liquid soap dispenser, and a little glass and soap set to furnish it a bit. I didn't do it, but it's something that can be added. It costs, there are plenty here at Panhome or Dragon Mart, and it costs around 50 dirhams. Now we're arriving in the bedroom. Same thing, I'll give you all the details, but what's important to understand is that we already have quite a few things that are already here. We have all the built-in closets. So those aren't things we added, and it's usually quite expensive to buy large wardrobes for an apartment. So here really what I bought was the bed. I bought it for 1,000 dirhams at Panhome. I bought a mattress as well, which cost me 600 dirhams. And then I bought a set with the 2 pillows that I got on Amazon. It cost me 60 dirhams and everything like the duvet cover, pillowcase, and so on. Same thing, it cost me 50 dirhams. I bought them online. The mirror, the chair, and the frames, I bought those at Dragon Mart. The mirror cost me 280 dirhams. The chair right there cost me 200 dirhams. When the frames, I paid 150 dirhams for both. I think it's important. Basically, it's useless, to be clear. It's not something that has a specific use in this room, but I think that similarly to furnish, to add decoration, to add a little warmth, it's important to add these elements so the apartment stands out and doesn't look, so it doesn't look like a prison cell actually, the bedroom, and so it's warm and has a bit of a hotel look. As for the prices, I've given them to you. The 2 things missing are the 2 bedside tables. I bought them at IKEA and I bought them for 49 dirhams each. And the rugs, I'm not proud of myself. It would have looked much higher quality if I'd put a large rug that extends under the bed like that and serves as both a bedside rug and covers a bit here. But I found these rugs here super cheap at Panhome for 40 dirhams each, and so, well, I just went ahead and got them. But if you want to give it a slightly more high quality and cozy look, I'd recommend putting a large rug under half of the bed. I think it looks much more classy. Back to the bed. I got it in green too. I had quite a few options at that price. I chose this color because I thought it was cool to have a little nod to the rest of the apartment and keep things uniform. What's also nice is that it's a storage bed, so you can open it up like this and store lots of things in here. When you're in a small space, when you just have a 1 bedroom and you see that for storage, we have this, but it's still going to be, well, the closets will still be dedicated to clothes and so on. The only other storage space is where the washing machine is. So it's always cool to have extra space to store maybe some extra duvets, winter clothes, things that we don't use every day. So it was also important for me to get a bed like this one. Well, and to add a few little touches and stay with the green theme, I added a boucheron candle. Same thing, still in green tones and lots of little accessories all over the place. Well, I'll tell you the truth, I didn't pay for this one, it was a gift. Well, now we're going to talk about numbers once again, and I'm going to give you a full recap of everything I bought. It's going to be a bit tedious, but at least I'm giving you the whole list. And it's important when you buy real estate in Dubai because some apartments are delivered what we call fully furnished. So you feel like you're getting a great deal. And in reality, furnishing a whole apartment doesn't cost that much. There are big differences between apartments that are fully furnished and those that aren't, when in reality, it's really not expensive to furnish an apartment in Dubai. So here we go, I'm making the complete list. So we're going to start with the living room with a coffee table that cost 500 dirhams, a rug that cost 700 dirhams, an artificial plant right behind me that cost 200 dirhams, a sofa that I'm sitting on that cost 900 dirhams, a TV unit right behind me that cost 500 dirhams, a TV that cost 2,000 dirhams, this little ottoman here that cost 180 dirhams. We have the kitchen island right here that cost 2,200 dirhams, 2 stools that cost 125 dirhams each, and all the appliances in the kitchen and in the laundry room that cost 5,000 dirhams. Next, we move to the bedroom, and we're going to add a bed that cost 1,000 dirhams, rugs that cost for both 80 dirhams, bedside tables that cost 49 dirhams each, so for both 98 dirhams, a mirror that cost 280 dirhams. All the small decor in the living room or in the bedroom cost a total of 150 dirhams. The chair in the bedroom in the corner cost 200 dirhams. The 2 frames in the bedroom cost 150 dirhams. I forgot to include the mattress, so I'm adding it now. It cost 600 dirhams. And the 2 lampshades that are identical in the bedroom and in the living room cost 125 dirhams each. So when we total all that up, we get to a total of 15,768 dirhams. Mind you, it's really very, very, very specific to Amar or Miras not to include appliances. In reality, it's the most expensive item. So when you take out all the appliances, you get to 10,000 dirhams. That's less than 2,500 euros to fully furnish an entire apartment. Because in reality, all the most expensive things like bathroom fixtures, closets, or even the kitchen come with the apartment. Even the kitchen island was something that was really extra. I could have put a table and chairs, it would have cost me less. So when you take away that part, which is, let's say, optional or usually provided in apartments, you take away the island and appliances, you take away 7,000 dirhams, and that means we're down to a total of 8,000 dirhams. We're at less than 2,000 euros to furnish it quite nicely with rugs, with frames, beds, mattresses, etc., mirrors. We're at less than 2,000 euros, so it's really not expensive. I'm saying this for two reasons. First, so you can really realize how it's not that important, actually, when you have a fully furnished apartment. When you sometimes compare two properties and think, oh yeah, but this one is much more interesting price-wise because it's fully furnished. No, actually, it doesn't make a big difference. And also so that when you buy an apartment and set your furnishing budget, you have a slightly more precise idea. I have many clients who think it will cost 10,000 euros, 15,000 euros to furnish a one-bedroom. No, not at all. It's more around, depending on the quality you want, between 2,000 and 4,000 euros at the very most. In this video, I'm going to talk about several stores, including Dragonmart, Panhome, IKEA, Amazon, or even Centerpoint. These are stores, well, Amazon, IKEA, everyone knows them. Panhome and Home Center, for example, are local alternatives to IKEA. They're a bit like Conforama or Fly, and, well, they're inexpensive and have some pretty nice furniture. Dragonmart, on the other hand, is very specific to Dubai. It's actually a huge shopping mall, which, as the name suggests, is run mostly by Chinese people. So most of the things come from China, and everything we can do like that, for example, which is custom made, is done there in workshops in Dubai, and it's very fast, it's cheap, and there are a lot of people. Basically, everything we usually do for the home, we do it at Dragonmart, whether it's curtains or flooring. You can find everything at Dragonmart, actually. But I'll make a dedicated video for you. We'll go together and you'll see everything we can find there and how incredible and especially cheap it is. It was really important to me to show you the whole story of this apartment because I made a first video on how much I bought it for, what the payment plan was, on what date, etc. I made a second video on the snagging. That is the moment I saw it for the first time and detected all the little rectifications to be made. And now, this is the final step, the furnishing and the rental listing. So I hope you've learned something. I'm putting all the links to the stores where I bought everything for this apartment in the description. I've also included the Excel file with the prices of each product. And well, I hope it's confirmed your idea that furnishing an apartment in Dubai is cheap and that Dubai remains a good investment. And by the way, if any of you are interested, don't hesitate to contact us. Whether it's me or a member of my team, we'll be delighted to assist you with your project. In the meantime, I'll see you soon in a future video.